Could Majin, Vegeta, and Goku defeat Fat Boo if they had worked together? And my answer to this is I think they would have demolished Fat Boo if they both had worked together. So let's just go back to Dragon Ball Z. While Majin Vegeta and Goku was fighting and they realized that Majin Buu was released and they didn't feel Gohan's, energy anymore or anything like that, they decided to stop their fight to go take on Majin Buu. Vegeta decided to knock out Goku so he could go get all the credit to save the world on his own and return his fight with Goku later on. But in this process, Vegeta goes to fight Majin Buu on his own. Vegeta is pretty much working Fat Buu, but the problem is Fat Boo's regenerative abilities is pretty much preventing Vegeta from pretty much really harming him or destroying him. Vegeta had put him in pieces and see he kept coming back together and realized the only way to take him out was to sacrifice himself for the ultimate explosion, which is his final explosion if you look at the video games, and pretty much sacrifice himself to take out Boo. But Boo is very, very hard to kill because he is able to still come back through all the gases and smoke and pretty much regenerate himself and come back. Now, if Goku had gone with Vegeta in this fight, there's a big chance they would have defeated Fat Boo right then and there. We wouldn't have to go through any of the things with, Super Boo or even dealing with Kid Boo again. And at this point, if Goku had went to go fight, Fat Boo with Vegeta, they would have had a better chance in taking him out. And this is the reason why. Vegeta went to go fight Fat Boo after his fight with Goku. So this is a Vegeta who has a least amount of stamina because he didn't have his spirit body at that either. So he just had an increase in power. And pretty much he is a little bit more durable. But the thing is, he still would have been a little bit weakened from his fight with Goku at this point. And he's still doing pretty well against Fat Boo. So just imagine if Vegeta actually fought Fat Boo at full power before him and Goku actually had a fight with each other. Just imagine how strong he would be. Now, the other thing to this too is the same goes for Goku. If Goku was to go fight, Fat Boo at this time with Vegeta, now mind you, if Vegeta's doing this good and Goku also has his Super Saiyan 3 transformation up his sleeve, he could have finally broke this technique out in front of Vegeta, and pretty much at this point, they would have ended up, having a bigger chance in defeating Fat Boo right then and there, because even when Goku fought Fat Boo at Super Saiyan 3, he was still being able to beat up, Fat Boo at this point too. But he said he could have defeated him, but he didn't want to. He wanted to give, Goten and Trunks a chance, and probably wanted to see the fusion at work and just to see, Goku would love to see new powers. So same thing, kind of similar to Cell's situation with Gohan. But this could also cause a problem if Goku had went Super Saiyan 3, because Vegeta would have felt like Goku was holding back against him in his fight. But Goku probably could have found a way to convince Vegeta that he probably had this technique in case, he's going to break it out at the final moment to get Vegeta or whatever. But who knows? Vegeta still would have been upset about this and probably not like this idea or whatever that happens. But maybe he would have still gone along with it. But ultimately, if they both was to team up against Fat Boo, they most likely would have been able to defeat, him, because Super Saiyan 3 could have probably output a blast strong enough to wipe out Fat Boo after Vegeta does his damage. And especially if they do a blast combined together, that probably would have been enough to take off, Fat Boo off the map completely. So there is those possibilities as well in defeating him. So I think that's the take for this video. Get in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Tell us, what do you think? Do you think Majin Vegeta and Goku could have defeated Majin Buu if they teamed up with each other and took him on together, like in Dragon Ball Super when they teamed up mostly in that series? Now we get to see a lot of team ups from Goku and Vegeta. And around this time in early DBZ, we didn't really get too many of that, except for the movies with, them teaming up against Metal Cooler and stuff, into certain other villains like Broly with everybody, and, Super Android 13 and those things to that nature. But to see something in the series of them two teaming up with each other, fighting side by side in Z and not in Super, this would have been a good, fight. We did get to see them try to team up against, Buhan, which they definitely was no match for Buhan at this point. But we knew Fusion was their only hope and option at this point. But against Fat Boo, they definitely would have had a big chance in defeating Fat Boo. I don't think Fat Boo would have stood a chance in fighting, Majin, Vegeta, and Goku at the same time around this time point in the series. So that's it for this video, and I'm out.